One of Jane's guiding stars, also known as the rules for this playthrough, is that she may not join another player's corporation, or, for that matter, enlist in any Empire or pirate faction. But that leaves one exception as far as corporations go. Jane can create and join her own corporation, with the caveat that she can't allow any other members to join. So, Jane has created Honesty Enterprises. As a child, you may have read about Jane in a popular series of books used in school to teach children how to read. But the conventional happy image of her life painted in those stories was a lie. All grown up now, she has become a capsuleer with a chip on her shoulder and a commitment to follow 4 rules she calls her guiding stars. These are the adventures of Jane Honesty, and in this challenge, we shall see how and how far Jane can fly while staying true to her convictions. So, why sink 1.6 million ISK into a new corporation? And why now? Let's start with why a corporation. As Jane's bounty ticks started coming in at over 100,000 ISK, she started being dinged by the 11% NPC corporation tax. Over time, that was going to be kind of a big drag on Jane's capacity to make ISK, and as ticks get bigger, the ISK sink was only going to grow. Instead, for a one-time ISK sink of 1.6 million ISK, Jane now commands her own corporation and has set the tax to 0. That's the why. But why now? Earlier this week, when I logged in, I noticed a thing that had started happening with other Bootstrap Challenge characters you may be familiar with, Bill Dingacinabal and Self-Sufficient Steve, to name a couple. Jane's guiding stars prohibit that Jane should do the Air Daily opportunities. But the way the game works now, it keeps track and automatically marks them as complete if whatever you happen to be doing meets the daily criteria. I'd been ignoring them, but after a while, without having claimed them, the game, again, automatically, sends the rewards to your character sheet. So, as you can see, starting on 27 November, we started getting daily goal rewards of 500,000 ISK each. Now, this was before the corporation, so they were also taxed at 55,000 each, but all the same, that's money that Jane shouldn't have. As her own CEO, Jane can now forward this filthy lucre from Air to a filthy lucre division of the corporation, which we've created here. And so now we can deposit ISK, and she owes 500,000 to the filthy lucre fund. And so it goes there, and now it's out of the way. What will become of all that filthy lucre that accumulates in that corporation account, you ask? Well, that's a question for another episode. After taking care of the illicit Air money, Jane still had a few million ISK on hand, so naturally she went shopping. 1.6 million went to start her new corporation. And then she spent most of the rest on blueprint originals and skill books. She bought 2 out of the 3 of the blueprints for rigs she has her eyes on, and she bought skill books for corporation management, advanced drone avionics, drone interfacing, and jury rigging. She also bought skill books for laboratory operation, mass production, and for social negotiation and connections. And that leaves her with just under 900,000 ISK. And the nagging question, what's next? After shipping up to a frigate, the next natural step in a capsuleer's progress is shipping up again to a destroyer. And since Jane has started in with drone ships, the Algos is the clear choice for the next major goal. An Algos blueprint sells from NPCs at 8.25 million ISK. So that's the next major goal. But along the way, there are still some other things Jane is going to need. And the first of those is going to be filling in these empty rig slots that she now has available on Sorrow the Tristan and on any other ships that she'll build in the future. To build rigs, she's going to need to get salvage parts. And to get salvage parts, Jane needs to have access to a lot of shipwrecks. So that's how we find ourselves here in Eglinert. Here in Eglinert, in this station, there are 2 security agents for the Federal Intelligence Office. Jane can't join any Empire or pirate faction, but she can run missions for any agents that will hire her. And right now, because she's trained connections to level 3, that gives her a 12% increase to her effective standings, even though she's never done anything for these people. And in turn, that allows her to access level 2 agents. And with any luck, the agents will send her on missions that should result in a lot of wrecks. And wrecks she can salvage for the parts she'll need for rigs. It will also start to generate some loyalty points in ISK, not much, of course, at level 2, but every little bit helps. So, enough talking. Time to run some missions. Run, Jane, run. Okay, Aguilaria, and that's 1 jump from here. And we're going to be fighting Angel Cartel. So that means we should probably be loading, prepared for explosive damage. That would be warriors. Yes. And we'll get 117,000 ISK and 190 loyalty points if we do this, and another 95,000 ISK if we can do it in under 2 hours and 20 minutes. So let's accept this and see if we can do it. Okay.
Drive active.
Okay, now, usually there's a warp 2 thing over here. Why is that not showing up? Route? No, it's just not available. Let's see. If we go to, where do we find it? I did accept the mission. Activities. Yeah, I know I have unclaimed rewards. No combat anomalies, not epic arcs, agent missions. Here we go. Timer's ticking down. This solar system. Well, now, how do we get there? We need that. Well, now this is fine. Howdy-do. Wonder if it's in locations? Agent missions? There it is. Agent home base. Encounter. Warp to location. is bizarre. Okay. Let's do this. Turn on the okay. There's the first set. Let's keep it range. And get the drones out. Go. Gotta get him within 40. Well, gotta watch the drones taking damage too. Okay, coming back. Range. Fire, hopefully that day. Some range on them. Alright. Gonna pull some range out here. Okay. Now these guys over here. Personnel transport we'll save for last. We want to get the ruffian first, I think, because that one's going to have some E-war. Here.
Has run out of charges.
Last but not least, personnel transport. How about that? Explosive in one place, kinetic in the other. In any case, he's gone. All right. Now, having done that, we need to gather some scrap. Alright. Well, we got a little bit of stuff. Yay. Hit start.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted. Autopilot disabled. Waypoint reached.
Okay. Let's talk with her again and complete the mission. Alright. So, let's see what we got there. We got our 190 loyalty points. We got bounty prizes nearing 200,000 and another near, 200,000 from the reward and the bonus. So call it 400,000. And we got some scrap. So that's a start. In the old TV days, a show season used to run 13 episodes. By that measure, today's episode marks just over the halfway point through Season 1. And whether you've been watching along or have discovered the series for the first time with this episode, I hope you've enjoyed watching as much as I've enjoyed recording it. I'm planning on finishing out 13 videos for the season, but with holidays approaching and some travel plans, I may not be able to keep up with the weekly releases. In whatever way you celebrate the season, I wish you all the best, and, as always, thanks for taking 20 minutes from the 1,001 things you could have been doing to play EVE Online with me today.